What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another deck profile, and today I've got a bit of a weird one. It's pure Appliancer. So I'm gonna warn you guys now. Don't make pure Appliancers. It's difficult to think about the way to build it, and the way I built it was like rushed, kind of, but the deck still works. It does what it's supposed to do. So don't worry, the deck's okay. It's fine. It's just weird because your monster count is super low, and I feel like we're missing some Appliancer stuff. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. Another thing, question of the day today: do you prefer matte sleeves or gloss sleeves? So matte finish is like what I have here. It's, you know, whatever. And then gloss, I don't have any glossy ones out here with me. All I have is matte. So let me know, do you prefer, let me know in the comment section, do you prefer matte or gloss? And one last thing I want to say is, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I try to get videos out weekly. So if you like what I do, if you like my channel, please do subscribe. Click that bell notification, and if you enjoy this deck profile, be sure to hit that like button. I would really appreciate. We're 11 subscribers away from my goal of 100 by the end of 2020, and the end of 2020 is actually coming a lot faster than people think. Also, I'm about to start college, so I don't know how often I'll be uploading. So, anyways, I'm gonna get started on this. First card in our monster lineup is Appliancer Socket Roll, or Socket Roll, however you want to pronounce it. This card is actually not too bad. It's your best normal summon in the deck. Simply because if you control another Appliancer monster, you can special summon him, and then whenever another copy of himself is special summoned while he's face up on the field, you can summon the third copy from the deck. And that's all he does. It's a hard once per turn, so yeah, nothing too crazy there. Fairly simple effect, fairly short, so this deck profile might not be that long, hopefully. Next monster we have is Triple Copy Buckle. His effect is a bit longer, but it's essentially the same thing, and the reason why he's called Copy Buckle is because you target a effect monster on the field, or you target an Appliancer monster on the field, special summon this, and then its name becomes an Appliancer monster's name. So let me breathe. So the combo is you normal summon a Socket Troll, you summon another Socket Troll to summon your third, and then you use Copy Vocal, summon him as your fourth, and then you link into the link 2 into the link 1s, which I'll tell you what the best ones are for that. And then lastly, for the Appliancer monsters, which is the only other Appliancer monster, we have this one. This is a hand trap, believe it or not. And I don't know what it does. It says during damage calc, if an Appliancer monster you control battles an opponent's monster, quick value, discard this card. Or that battle, that monster you control, for that battle, the monster you cannot be destroyed, and you take no damage. If an Appliancer monster or monsters you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish. Oh. So it's Return of the Dragon Lords for Appliancers. There you go. And it prevents you from taking damage and stuff. It's not once per turn too, so pretty good. For the generic cards in the deck, I run Triple Skip, simply because Triple Skip, yes. If you have a really god awful hand and you can only skip, there you go. Ooh, I almost fell over. And then to wrap up, what Skippy does is you can reveal a monster in your extra deck, and you can treat it as a material with the same name. So he basically becomes an Appliancer monster, and then whenever he goes to the graveyard, you can search a Cyberse monster, but I don't run any other Cyberse monsters except for Skip. So yeah. Next up, we have Triple Effect Veiler. This is kind of part of the whole control aspect for the deck. Yeah. If you don't know what Effect Veiler does, during either player's main phase, discard it, target a monster, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Pretty nice. And it's a level 1 tuner, but I don't run any synchros. And then for the last monster in the deck. We have 2 Ghost Ogre. The reason why I run Ghost Ogre and not Ash is because I can't find my Ash Blossoms. I lost my Ash Blossoms. I just gotta dig around my room. I gotta clean out my room. It's a mess back there. So gotta do that. Yeah, that's it for the monsters. So let me get this cleaned up, and I will be right back. All right, that was like 1 second for you guys, but it was like 30 seconds for me. Nice. Well, probably 10 seconds, but whatever. Starting us off with the spell cards. We have the card whose name I don't like to say because it's very awkward and very annoying. AKA Appliancer Electrolyrical World. I hate that. I hate the fact that it's electrical and lyrical in one word. It's kind of like Lyrilisk when it was supposed to be Lyrical Lucinia. Hated that. Struggled to say that for so long, but this card I still struggle to say. Anyways, what do it do? Well, whenever you activate it, you add any appliance or card from your deck to your hand, minus the field spell. And then whenever you link summon, you can target an appliance or monster or an appliance or card in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. And then it has this weird battle phase effect that allows you to move stuff out of your extra monster zone to a different main monster zone, or it just allows you to move stuff around in the battle phase whenever something is targeted for an attack, which is weird. So, yeah, the main effects you're going to be using are the search and the graveyard recursion, which, by the way, everything on this card I believe is a hard once per turn, so don't expect to go field spell search, field spell search, field spell search. Sadly, that's not how that works. Next up, we have Triple Appliancer Reuse. This is probably the best card in the spell and trap lineup outside of the field spell, because there's only one other spell in the archetype. And yeah, it's not good. But anyways, what is Reuse? It's a Monster Reborn, but only for Appliancers. So basically, you just special summon back an Appliancer from the graveyard. There you go. No restrictions, nothing. And then for the last Appliancer spell, there's still more spells, don't worry. This is a 40 card deck. I managed to make it a 40 card deck. Triple Test. This spell is bad. And in fact, making pure Appliancer is bad. So if you're watching this, don't do it. If you're considering it, don't do it. It's bad. Just use Appliancers as an engine. Please. I'll even pull out the cards for an engine. But anyways, yeah, Triple Test, what it does, it's essentially a minute monster, or it's a pseudo Monster Reborn. It's hard once per turn, but it has conditions. So you target an appliance or link monster on the field, and then, an appliance or link monster on the field, and then you summon as many Link 1 appliance monsters from your graveyard as possible to zones that Link monster points to. There's an issue with that, and I'll get into that in a minute. But first we have to finish up the main deck. So, we have 2 copies of Silent Grave. Oh God, what? How did that? Phone. Sorry, I have my phone plugged in to charge it because it's almost dead. And I'm recording this, but anyways, Silent Grave. This card's fairly cheap, because it was a Dual Devastator reprint. Anyways, so what do Silent Grave do? Well, it's a quick play spell. Pretty nice. Quick play spells are probably the best card type in the game. And it says discard a card to turn off grave effects for a turn. Pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty cool. So yeah. There you go. And then next up we have 2 Allure, because believe it or not, Copy Bocal and Socket Roll are dark level 1 machines. So there you go. The reason why I only run 2 is because, 1, I couldn't find my 3rd copy, and 2, you don't want to banish too many of your stock controls and copy vocals. So, again, this is why I say don't make the deck pure, because you have to make options for filler cards, like Silent Grave was a filler, this is a filler, but it helps you dig. But these next options do that same concept. 1 copy of Into the Void, draw a card during the end phase, discard your entire hand. Yeah, everybody knows that. 1 day, both players draw a card, neither player takes any damage until the end of the next turn. 1 upstart, give your opponent 1,000 life points, and you draw a card. There you go. This turns it into a 37 card deck, because they're essentially free +1s, unless you get ashed, then they're just a -1. Next up, we have 1 terraforming to search the field spell, because you want the field spell. It's a good card. It searches things. It's great. And then we have 1 copy of Monster Reborn. It's sort of like this deck doesn't have enough graveyard recursion, and yes, there are trap cards. So I'm gonna clean this up, and we'll get right into it. Alright, oh, my phone got turned. Okay, anyways. That was like a second for you guys. Anyways, for the traps, there's only 5, because there's only 5 slots left in the deck to make it a 40-card deck. Triple Black Horn of Heaven. I think this card is pretty slept on in the current format, because Link Summoning is only summoning 1 monster at a time. That's on the card. Huh, that's weird. Anyways, Link Summoning, you only summon the 1 monster. So, your opponent summons their monster, or Link summons, you activate this. It's a counter trap, so they can't activate anything in response. And you negate and destroy this, or you negate the summon of the Link monster and destroy it. Pretty nice. I think it's a pretty good card. And there's no cost to it, I believe. Yeah, there's no cost to it, because it can only stop a single monster being summoned. Which is where the next card comes in, and that's Double Strike, because it stops multiple monsters from being summoned. That's kind of why Blackhorn fell out of play, because Pendulum Summoning summons more than 1 monster at a time. And then, yes. So anyways, that's it for the main deck. Let's get right into the extra deck. Okay, starting us off in the extra deck, we have double Celtopus. So Celtopus is the only Link 2 in the Appliancer archetype. And everything else is a Link 1 in the extra deck. So what does Celtopus do? Well, while it's linked, your opponent cannot target it for attacks or kill it with card effects. And then it has another effect. You give whatever it is linked to 1,000 attack for every card it's co-linked to for the damage, for that 1 damage calc only. So, what else does it do? And once per turn, if an appliance that is not linked is destroyed by battle card effect, draw a card. So it can draw you cards if something that isn't linked dies, and then whatever's co-linked to it gains 1,000 attack and defense. So yeah, they all have effects like that. And then here's the effect all of the Link 1s have, because Triple Dryer Drake. Dryer Drake and every other Link 1 in this deck has the same effect. Cannot be used as Link material the same turn it's summoned. So that's fun. If you're on a slow hand and you kind of need to use your Link 1s as material, you can't. But what do Dryer Drake do? Well, it gains 1,000 attack while it's linked. So if it points to anything, it's going to be 1,000 attack rather than 0 attack. Which, speaking of Celtopus, it's 0 attack points. Fun. And then during the battle phase, if this co-linked
If it's co-linked, Jesus, can't read. Except during damage step, you can switch the locations of 2 Appliancer monsters, including itself, in your main monster zones. And if you do, the other monster can make a second attack that battle phase. Pretty nice, you know what I mean? Pretty nice. Then during each battle phase, this turn, once per turn, when this card that is not co-linked is targeted for an attack, negate the attack. So if it's not co-linked, you can negate attacks towards it. If it is co-linked, it simply just swaps positions, which is weird, but it's one of the better it's like one of the best extra deck monsters in the Appliancer arsenal, which is not saying much. However, next up we have Triple Laundry Dragon, which has the same clause that the other thing has, and 1500. It's a 1500 attack point link one. It actually has attack points printed on it. And there's only like one other extra deck monster that actually has attack points to it. And it's bad. So anyways, what does this do? Well, while it's co-linked, whatever it battles, you can banish, I believe, or no. Yeah, after damage calc, if it's co-linked and battles an opponent's monster, yeah, you banish that monster, and then after damage calc, if it's not co-linked, you destroy it instead. So, if you need some pretty good instant removal, here you go. It turns into a 3500 beater when it's co-linked to Celtipus with another monster co-linked with it. So, yeah, pretty nice. Next up is Kappa Scale. My guy, it's Kappa. Yes, the entire extra deck composes of only Appliancer monsters, hence the reason why I said a pure Appliancer build. Yay. I'm torturing myself for you guys. So what does Kappa Scale do? Well, if it's co-linked, you contribute it to target a link 1 in your graveyard other than itself, special summon it. If it's not co-linked, you contribute it to target a level 4 or lower Appliancer monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So yes, it's more graveyard recursion, but it's from the extra deck, and it tributes itself. So yeah, that's fun. And then, oh boy. We have triple vacuum fin. It's not that bad of a card. It's still bad because if it's not co-linked, it can attack directly. It's 1000 attack, and there's no way to boost it if it's not co-linked, which is But it has a clause that says once per turn, discard a card, target a card your opponent controls, destroy it, or if it is co-linked, it can just straight up alternative dragon and pop a random card on the board. So let me clean this up and we'll be right back. So my dudes, that is the deck profile, and if you want to know what to use just as the engine, you're going to want triple Sockatroll, maybe 1 or 2 Copy Vocal, and you're going to want triple of the field spell and triple reuse, or, you know, ratio it however you want, but that's the way I would engine it. And do not use any of the Appliancer monsters as part of the engine. Just use these guys. Summon them off of Saryuja. Yeah. Pretty nice, I guess. So anyways, that has been the deck profile, so I'm going to say this again. Question of the day is, do you prefer glossy sleeves or matte sleeves? Comment it down below. And if you're new here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell. I really could use it. 11 subs away from the goal of 100 by the end of the year, and I would be very happy to hit that. Also, wish me luck with getting into college, guys, because I'm going to need it.
I've been having a lot of issues with everything. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. The world's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I need to use the restroom real bad, and I need to get this uploaded for you guys because even in college, I'm gonna try to do my best to bring you guys at least one video every Wednesday, like I have been for the last few months. Also, I'm sorry I missed my 1 year of YouTubing back in August 4th. I am very late, and I want to say thank you to anybody who's been around for the whole last year. I know I've changed a lot over the years. I did playthrough live streams to start, and I played a game that was very unpopular because it was like 5 years old. And then I played the second game in the series as a stream playthrough. But anyways, I'm going to call it here before I reach 25 minutes. Because I'm at 21 minutes, and all my deck profiles have seemingly gotten to half an hour long, and I really hate to make you guys sit through that, but I know you guys probably just skipped through it. But anyways, you guys know the drill. I'm not going to repeat it. Love you guys for sticking around. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.